the language, and I want to cite it so that I'm accurate in what it says. So when it comes to detaining al-Qaeda, the Taliban, and associated forces, Section 1021 of the Act says, this is the revised law as passed. We've got copies of it too. Quote, nothing in this section shall be construed to affect existing law or authorities relating to the detention of United States citizens, lawful resident aliens of the United States, or any other persons who are captured or arrested in the United States. Further, Section 1022, requirement for military custody of foreign al-Qaeda terrorists. Quote, the requirement to detain a person in military custody under the section does not extend to citizens of the United States. Does not extend to citizens of the United States. And in Hamdi versus Rumsfeld, the Supreme Court held that you have habeas corpus rights as an American citizen. And so you have the right to go to court. This did not change that. And the Supreme Court has made very clear, American citizens' rights prevail here, and you cannot be arrested and detained as a United States citizen.
Well,
we didn't change any existing law.
In 1022 it says the requirement to detain.
Right?
It doesn't say the ability to detain.
Right, so then you have to go to the actual act and look at what's referenced there in terms of detaining al-Qaeda.
It says a member or part of al-Qaeda or an associated force that acts in coordination with or pursuant to the direction of al-Qaeda. So, for example, Chris Hedges, who is suing Obama over this law that he signed in on New Year's Eve so that nobody would cover it in the media, because he's met with people from al-Qaeda for research. So he's meeting with al-Qaeda. Okay, that makes him someone who's acted in coordination with al-Qaeda. This is just so vague. And
So this goes...
that gives power, and this is the military we're talking about. This isn't even like the FBI coming to arrest you. This is the army can come knock on your door.
Not here. Not here. You cannot be arrested. No, that's not true.
Well, I'd love to know what groups say this isn't true.
Well, you can go to Heritage Foundation. You can. I haven't researched every editorial in America. I don't predicate my vote on America's national defense on what Al Jazeera has to say. I really am not swayed by that, or every editorial board. But I can tell you that there are respected scholars, former head of the FBI, have said this does not apply. And he has actually been active with ACLU on that side, on this issue, Judge Sessions.
Would you agree that Congressman Ron Paul is pretty good with the Constitution? You know, he has a pretty good grasp of what's right or wrong with the Constitution.
Yes.
Because he introduced legislation
Right.
to overturn these exact words.
Right. But I don't think he's the only person who has a view on what the Constitution means. I disagree with his view on this. A majority of the House and the Senate and the President of the United States disagreed with his view on this. I just think there are a lot of misunderstandings out there circulating around. When you read the actual language, the NDAA explicitly states the authority in statute on the exact same terms that the courts have recognized. With one exception, the bill adds explicit protections for American citizens, even American citizens who have joined al-Qaeda, to take up arms against the United States. Your habeas corpus rights...
Like Anwar al-Awlaki?
Your habeas...
16-year-old son that got killed by a drone?
Your habeas corpus rights continue.
So that's your only thing.
I don't know what I can tell you other than the plain language in the statute solved the problem that you still think is out there.
Okay.
I can't...
I think it's plain. I think it's very vague and can be interpreted however...
The Supreme Court in Hamdi versus Rumsfeld already interpreted the underlying law and protections on habeas corpus. By the way, the President of the United States has the authority to suspend habeas corpus in times of war, and has done so. Not this president, but I believe it was Franklin Roosevelt, perhaps, that suspended habeas corpus in World War II. So that stays. Yes?
I want to know what happened with that FEMA floodplain.
Oh, yes. The question is about FEMA and floodplain issue as it plays out here.